road and we are heading towards our first location, which is the most magnificent Charleville Castle in County Offaly. Our followers abroad, Offaly is right in the centre, the heart of Ireland. I'm really excited to get a tour of this castle, and Bonnie Vance is actually the custodian of the castle right now, and we're going to meet Bonnie and her partner Dudley Stewart, and we are going to have some fun touring the castle. But I would also really encourage you to stay till the end of the video and maybe into the next vlog, because this castle actually has a lot to offer. So if you want to find out what it's all about, you gotta stay tuned. Thank you. We have blue skies here in Ireland this morning, which is amazing. So fingers crossed that it doesn't rain and those clouds disappear. So here we go. Michael McMullen from the Charleville Estate Company lived in the castle up into the 1980s. In 1987, Bridget Vance and her mother Constance took over the leasehold from Michael McMullen and continued the restoration. In 1998, Bonnie Vance took over with Dudley Stewart as managing trustee of Charleville Castle Heritage Trust. Many series and movies have been filmed in Charleville Castle. Some to mention are Becoming Jane in around 2007, The Tudors, Rain, and many other Disney movies. Get a little peek there now. Bonnie has a glittering background and is no stranger to Hollywood. Bonnie has had a role in the most amazing movie, The Godfather, and has played many movies alongside Donald Sutherland. Bonnie's uncle is the twice world heavy champion, Floyd Patterson.
I was driving past the road here and spotted this from a field and thought, oh, that'd be a wonderful place to go. Really interesting. So my mother and I decided to go see it. But right before that, she had wanted a cottage that my uncles had inherited. It was a little cottage on Crahan Hill. Mm-hmm. And the uncles had promised it to her. But then when she came back, she said, well, I'm ready to make a deal with it. They had sold it to a bidder that was higher, not knowing that she would have gone as high. It was only a 2-room cottage at the base of Crahan Hill. And so she was feeling really bad. So we went to see the cottage, and I found a little iron cross on the windowsill, and she took a picture. It was the Virgin Mary with rosary beads around it. And we looked at the cottage for a little while. It was still standing, and she was sad. So I said, look, let's take your mind off this and let's go see that wonderful castle that I saw from the road.
Amazing.
And we made our way into here. The road was it's back in potholes again, but it was more of a dirt, gravelly road then. And it was overgrown all of the windows were broken. It looked like Sleeping Beauty's castle. And we wandered around, and I noticed there was a window that you could get in through in the basement. And so I was very young, so in I went. And she walked around the outside because she didn't want to get caught. I didn't care. And it was just amazing. There was no furniture except the built-in pieces, and no curtains. The water was pouring in.
God.
The entrance was all painted in wood graining. It looked as if the entire entrance was wood.
Okay.
And the downstairs was black and white checks.
On the floor, okay.
And then as I wandered through the bedrooms, some of them had wallpaper of the time. And the more I looked, the more amazing it was. I went into the dining room, and there was the picture of Henry VIII at the court with Elizabeth being christened. I didn't know exactly for his figure then, because he's very identifiable.
Yeah.
And it had a slit, and it was all alligatored and brown, but it was a massive painting.
Wow.
And I think there was a round table against the wall, just leaned sideways. And then I just wandered through the entire place, and it was just...
And it's amazing because some people, when they would kind of get into a ruined castle like that, would run. They'd be like, oh my God. But you really have to kind of have an appreciation for a historical building and be willing to kind of look beyond the bleakness of what it was probably left in, you know, when you had that.
I saw it as it was in the beginning, or as it could be.
Yeah.
I saw past.
It was lucky it had you enter the window that day.
I don't know.
Was it easy to get back out?
It let me in the basement, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So we had to make our way up.
And when was this, Bonnie, roughly?
This was in 1969, 70,
Wow.
before Michael McMullen came.
Okay. And when then did you decide, okay, and you're originally from America?
Yeah, New York.
New York. So I think with a name like Bonnie, you were destined to be in Ireland, to be in a beautiful castle. So in what year then did you think, oh my God, that castle that I jumped in the window, I need to go look at that again?
Well, my mother and I went to the Major, Huttonbury,
Okay.
who was in charge of the estate at the Gate Lodge.
Yes.
There was his office.
Okay.
So we tormented him for about 2 weeks. How could you let this happen? This wonderful building.
Well done.
On and on. Well, he said no in the end.
Oh.
So we felt terrible because we thought, well, now it's going to become one of those beautiful ruins.
Yeah.
And so we left, and a cousin wrote to us about 3 months later and said, Michael McMullen got the leasehold of the castle, and he's going to restore it.
Wow.
So we thought, well, great, it's going to be saved at least.
Wow.
And we came back and forth to Ireland to see the old uncles in the thatch cottage, but we didn't come back here. I came back in 87 and made an appointment for a tour with Michael McMullen.
You're like, yes, please, I'll take it.
And I had to talk him into it because it was in January and it was cold.
There was definitely no heating, that's for sure.
And he had put the windows in. He had temporarily fixed the roof.
Oh,
He
fair
built
play.
a big breeze block wall out here that
Okay.
we're covering with ivy.
Okay. Let's have a look at that.
He going to be put off because the Pope had given him Ireland, so he was going to settle it with Englishmen. So he sent another load of Moors and soldiers and ammunition and money.
Oh my God.
And this time they didn't go to dinner.
They went to battle probably instead, straight away.
So they defeated them. And then they continued on through the country, gaining more and more
Momentum and power as they went along. Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah. Incredible back then, huh?
Oh my God. So that was around 1700s, 1800s, around-ish?
No,
Before
that?
that?
Would have been way before that. Originally, I think, with King Henry, it would have been in the 1500s.
Okay.
And then his daughter Elizabeth supported the whole thing.
Okay.
And then on the whole
Ongoing.
thing went.
Okay.
Until finally they had land going to Drogheda. They had Shannon Bridge. They had, we'd have to ask Dudley the extent. They had vast.
And they probably had all of here, Tullamore along here. They probably had thousands
That was
of acres.
one of theirs. This was built when the Moor had decided the place in Croghanhill wasn't grand enough.
Okay.
So first he moved to a manor house down by the river called Redwood,
Okay.
but that wasn't enough. So the more and more powerful and money he got, he finally decided to build this, which was, the architect was Francis Johnston,
Okay.
and
From
he
England,
did
probably.
the rough designs.
Okay.
The front tower, the Lady Tower, that's
Yes.
the tall one, that was in the shape of a tree trunk. There was a drawbridge right at the front door,
Oh, wow.
and portholes where the staff works.
Okay.
So Francis calmed him down a bit. Not completely. That would be Michael McMullen got that from the Nizam of Hyderabad's palace in India.
In India. Wow. And it survived the journey. It really is something, isn't it?
It has glass that's etched to go on each light. But the last time we had reconstruction after it was taken down and moving, it didn't end up with that. We have to secure the cups really, really well. So maybe
Okay.
next time.
Okay. Still looks amazing.
If, of course, they stop building studios to build these stones in, because it doesn't look the same when they don't have shots from a real house.
Yeah, I agree. And even the atmosphere alone of walking in the front door, up the grand stairs. I mean, how could you not feel amazing?
And the fireplaces down here do work. We only use them on occasion, though.
Of course, yeah. The chimneys also would need to be a good clean from time to time.
We have somebody that does that.
A big job.
My daughter's partner, Kevin, who's an electrical engineer, before he was one, he located all of the chimneys going here. Becoming Jane, that was with Maggie Smith and
Yes.
Anne Hathaway, Cromwell, Thomas McAvoy, I forget the whole list of characters. That was shot here, and they spent a good bit of time here and brought the whole circus part.
All the film crew,
All the film crew,
set up
trailers,
outside.
the food trucks, the dressing rooms in the back.
They have their own
They
showers.
had everything here.
Wow. So you're ready to have a movie here in the morning, Bonnie.
We're ready.
We're ready.
And we can just lock the gates, have security there, and
Done.
they're not bothered.
This is the Bury motto. The fireplaces are epic as well, aren't they?
They are. And they're the original surrounds.
And they kind of mirror, even though it is a mirror, they mirror the window as you enter as well.
Yeah.
Kind of the same kind of, to me it kind of looks like a cathedral kind of obviously it's Gothic looking with the point, but it has the same kind of style as the window.
Thank you for watching my video, Historical Homes. Please stay tuned for the second video that should be uploaded as soon as this one is. And if you'd like to see more content like this, then please subscribe, like, and click the notification. Thank you.